All right. What's going on? People of YouTube. Lou here. Sorry for the squeaky chair here. And I'm just going to make sure that we're all good to go. Let's go ahead and go to our channel here. Let's see. I just got a live update. So I'm pretty sure. I just want to make sure that the way I have the mic here. Let's see. I just got a live update. Yep. All right. Perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and mute that and make sure that that's all live and up. All right. Cool. So I don't really have a direction for this video, as you can tell by the channel title or the video title. This is literally just an update for the channel. The last video that we made was a month ago, so let's see, a month ago would put us July 7th, and you know, there's just so much stuff that we were doing, and this is by no way like an excuse video. I know that if we really wanted to hammer things out and make videos, we could, and we wanted to, but things just got a little hectic. So I just wanted to just update everyone on kind of what we've been doing, and you know, Jay and I, and kind of go from there. So well, my girlfriend and I took off for London, and so we went and experienced London for a little over a week. And then when we got back, we immediately went to Canada. And so Jay and I and his family went to Canada, and so we were there for 10 days. And I know that we kind of did a couple update videos, but it was really hard to do videos in Canada for whatever reason. And so we, you know, tried to live stream on our phones in Canada, and it didn't really work out the way that we wanted to. And so when we got back, you know, we did a stream, but then I was in the process of moving, and I started my master's because I just finished my undergrad, and so I started my master's pretty much the day that we got back from Canada. And then I was in the process of moving, and so you know, my girlfriend and I were moving into a place, which is Jay's sister. So then he was involved in moving all of our stuff and getting all that situated. And so we, you know, moving is just never, it never goes as smoothly as you would want it to go. And so alright, so I guess I'll tell a little story about my move. I'm gonna go ahead and update this to channel update with Lou plus stories, because I'm probably gonna be telling some stories here. So we go to move, and well, first of all, we live in a college town, because you know, we're both doing our masters, my girlfriend and I. And so we live in a college town, and when we finished our undergrad, we wanted to leave the college area and move kind of on the outskirts, right? And so we're trying to find a place, and in trying to find a place, we're calling all of these different facilities and different apartment complexes, asking if they have any townhomes or any apartments for rent. And you know, they tell us, call us back in 6 months, and you know, wait until you're only a couple weeks out. And you know, okay, so we're waiting, and we're still kind of scalping out different places and still going to school and all that stuff. And then it gets to be about 2 or 3 weeks out, and then we start calling places saying, hey, you told us to wait 6 months. Here we are, you know, let's do this. And they, you know, we get through the whole application process, and like, oh, you're grad students. We don't rent to college students. like, oh, well, we're undergrads, you know, like, or we're not undergrads anymore. We're grad students. Like, we're actually trying to get away from the partying and all that stuff. And they're like, yeah, it doesn't matter. You're still college students, so we're not going to rent to you. Okay. So then the last thing that we have is to do college housing, like the housing that's owned by, companies that primarily rent to college students. And so we call the college housing, and they say to us, you should have called us 6 months ago because we booked these 6 months out. So, it was such a bad situation, So we finally find a place, and we say, hey, we want to see this place. We go and see it. It's available on the July 31st, which is when my lease was up. And so we had to be out of there by July 31st. And so they say, okay, you can come and sign the lease on the 28th, and then we'll go ahead and move you in on the 21st. Come sign the lease on the 21st, and you can move in on the 31st. And so then we get there to sign the lease on the 21st, and they hand us our lease details, and it says August 7th. And we're like, oh, I thought you said that it was the 31st, right? And so they take, a look at it, and they yeah, that is kind of weird. And they're looking through, and they say, oh, well, we sold the apartment that the move-in date's for the 31st. And so, I said to them, you literally just put us out on the street. Like, we have 10 days to get out of our apartment, and now we don't have anywhere to go. And so, this just was like a really hectic couple of weeks here, and so I said, we got to do something about this because we don't have a place to go. So I said, okay, well, we have these townhomes, and the townhomes are available today. Like, if you want one, you can have one. So we go and check it out, and it's a little bit more expensive, but it's more space, and so we say, okay, let's do it. Like, it wasn't that much more expensive, and we were able to move in on the day that we needed to move in, which is before the 31st. And so this is the place. So this is our study that we have set up, and we wouldn't have been able to have this study without moving in early. And it's taken us a while to unpack, and like getting the Wi-Fi together has just been a big pain. And but now I'm able to have fast enough Wi-Fi to stream and do all this stuff, and so you're able to kind of see the girlfriend's desk, and I'm at my desk, and then we got books in the background and things like that. So it worked out for the best, right? Like, everything just kind of works out the way that it needs to, which is always really interesting, right? Because if we would have moved in, it took us 12 hours to move. We had three people's things moving into one place. And so it took us 12 hours. We started at 3 p.m. and we didn't end. My head didn't hit the pillow until 3 a.m. the next morning, right? And we still had stuff left over. So looking back on it, if we would have moved in, had to move everything on the 31st, we wouldn't have been able to do it. So luckily we were able to move in on the 28th. We asked them to paint and clean the carpets. When we came, they just didn't really do a good job. So we shampooed all the carpets and cleaned everything. So it really gave us time to kind of make this place home, at least for the next year, because as some of you may know through talking, I want to do my PhD, and so we don't know where we're going to be in a year, but we definitely still want to keep making YouTube videos. I mean, our channel's grown without us paying attention to it, which has been really cool. We have over 320 subs right now, and I just think that's so cool. Two Teen Streams and I are thinking of doing another podcast. We really like the In My Opinion podcast, but we really want to put it on a podcasting app so people can kind of take it on the go and they don't have to watch it on the YouTube channel. And so we've been working on that, kind of brainstorming, and I always wanted to get into podcasting and radio and things like that. So you know, we're really hoping that we can kind of get that off the ground in the next couple weeks here, and kind of do once a week, and we're thinking of doing it kind of like in the kind of tech space, you know, and so that's something definitely up to come, you know, coming forward, and we're really looking forward to doing something interesting with the channel. You know, Jay and I have a lot of games that we need to you know, continue to play. We have a lot of different series that we've kind of left open that we need to keep, you know, attacking that realm and moving forward with it. So it's a work in progress, but we're really going to be kind of pushing these new games. You know, we still have Shadow of Mordor to get through, and we've been receiving a couple comments on the videos too, of people just saying that they really like those. People have been asking about chats with Lou, so I definitely need to do that. I'm definitely the type of person that I get very much, I get my hands into a lot of different projects, and so being able to consolidate those and moving forward. I've always loved this platform. I've always loved the YouTube platform, and kind of speaking my mind and speaking ideas, and so kind of finding a way to do that, I think will be very interesting, at least for me, to kind of throw ideas out there and see what sticks. You know I've started a lot of different projects. Some of them stick, some of them don't, and I think that's the name of the game. You know, there's a lot of YouTubers just kind of put ideas out there, and some people love it and some people don't, and then all of a sudden they find something and boom, it's perfect. You know, it's exactly what they wanted, and exactly it turned out exactly how they envisioned it, and you know, kind of impacts people's lives, and that's the ultimate goal for me. I'm also starting to write a book. I want to write a book on it's on common sense and how we live through this world of things of common sense are all around us, and we don't necessarily, it's common sense but not common practice, right? And so I'm trying to put together a string of thoughts that can then can be formulated into book format, and I want to put it out on the Amazon Kindle market and just see how it does, and kind of have that first written piece of material. And so I've been, you know, doing that as well. So we got our hands full of a bunch of different stuff, but we're going to start live streaming again. Really want to get that podcast going, and that's basically it. So if you like what we're doing on this channel, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel and you want to support us, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell. We got a lot of people coming back and watching our videos, but until next time, again, I appreciate you watching and hearing my little moving story, and everything ended up working out in the end. So thanks again, and we'll catch you next time.